My name's Lizzie. I'm in your second hour class, and I sit right next to Anna. So I read the book Percy Jackson, The Sea of Monsters. It's a very good book, second of the Percy Jackson series. I read this book, and I definitely recommend it to others. It's so good. It's about Greek mythology, which I happen to really like. It's about some kids who are half-bloods, and half-bloods are basically the kids of gods who did a thing with mortals. I read this book because it was recommended to me by Margaret Derby. She's a very nice person, besides the point. She recommended it to me because she knew I had watched the movies and the musical, and I had no idea there was a book. So I read the book, and I was like, wow, it's so good. Okay. At Percy and Tyson's school, the bullies demand a dodgeball game, and later on, Annabeth will arrive at the school, and they will fight the gym bullies, who ended up being monsters. After the battle, the three of them get in a taxi and receive coordinates from the drivers, though none of them know what these mean. When they arrive at Camp Half-Blood, they found out that Titalia's tree has been poisoned by Luke. Luke was the villain in the last book, and still continues to be the villain in this book. Later that night, when Percy goes to bed, he has a dream, and he sees his friend Grover, who's trapped by a Polyphemus. He's trapped by a Polyphemus. And by Polyphemus is the Golden Fleece. Percy decides it's a good idea to tell the rest of the camp because he has been basically banned from going to a quest. You need permission from the activities director, but the activities director was recently fired. Camp director decides it's best to send not Percy, but Clarice on the mission. Percy and his friends decide to sneak out anyway, just because they are viciously eaten alive. Sometime during this book, during their mission, both Clarice and Percy meet up on accident, and reunited, they both get on the same ship and are heading straight for the Sea of Monsters. At the Sea of Monsters, they run into Scylla and Kryptos, two very dangerous monsters who end up scattering everyone across the ocean. After being scattered across the ocean, Percy and Annabeth are stuck together. They come across a spa. It's a very lovely spa, also a very dangerous spa. During this spa, Percy ends up turning into a guinea pig. And they later steal a boat and find the island where Polyphemus is keeping both the Golden Fleece and Grover. While attempting to save Grover and the Fleece, Clarice and Tyson show up to help after, being separated. And Tyson will steal back the fleece from the murderous piranha sheep. Annabeth ends up getting really hurt. Percy ends up having a big fight with this big guy. And near the end, Tyson almost ends up dying. But since Percy is the son of the sea god, Poseidon, he uses the sea that is right near him to help him and his brother, and they get all of his friends to safety. After Percy defeats Polyphemus, he goes back to the city with all of his friends, and Percy will give Clarice the fleece in order for her to finish her quest and take it back to Camp Half-Blood. Percy is now alone with his friends. This gives Luke the advantage, and he attacks, threatens, and captures them. But at the boat, he is saved by his recently fired activities director, Chiron. Back at Camp Half-Blood, they place the fleece on the tree, and suddenly everything's overflowing with life. The barrier around the camp is stronger, the grass is greener, the trees are healthier. And Titalia's tree? It's grown much stronger. So strong that Titalia is reborn. And that's about the book, Sea of Monsters. Have a nice day. Bye. So this is my cat, Miss Kitty. She's a little feisty because I woke her up from her nap. Oh, don't rip my jeans. She's about to rip my jeans. What's that, Miss Mendorf? No, you don't. That's okay. Bye!